and welcome back to the Arkansas Governors Quiz Bowl Association State Championships. And we're back here at the Arkansas PBS studios for Quiz Bowl 2021. I'm Dawn Scott, and this is our second match of the day. We have many more to come right after this. And right now, over at the University of Central Arkansas, our teams are taking their places and getting final instructions for the 2A State Championship featuring the high schools from Haas Hall Academy Bentonville and Lifeway Christian. Let's turn now to our commentator, Bill Davis. And what can you tell us about this matchup, Bill?
Well, the thing that I can tell you is they're kind of unknown for me. I'm sure they are known up in Northwest Arkansas, and they're not very far apart geographically. So these students may know each other better than we know them as far as I'm concerned. However, I will tell you this. Both of these schools, even though I think Lifeway Christian, this is their first time here, and possibly Haas Hall Bentonville, it might be their first time. I think they've been here once before, but they will be very well coached, and the depth of knowledge will be surprised. I mean, you'll watch these students perform, and I'm telling you, they will have knowledge that you'll just say, wow. So I'm looking for a very good match.
All the students so smart, and I know they're ready to get going. It seems we're about ready to begin our match, and we want to meet the teams. Okay, for Haas Hall Bentonville, we have junior Medansh Sankara, sophomore Ethan Bailey, sophomore Holland Glaze, and junior Paige Kelly. The captain is senior Rayon Sharif. Now their substitute players are all juniors: Jack Rockwood, Pranav Polavirapu, Harsha Nana Panini, and Raul Aravindakshan. Amy Russell is their coach. And for Lifeway Christian, we have freshman Emmanuel Peter, sophomore Asa Fowler, sophomore Kalel Langford, and junior Jackson Miller. The team captain is senior Henry Ross, and their substitute players include senior Nicholas Cox and sophomore Osteen Sutherland. Their coach is Laura Tidwell. We'd like to thank our volunteer judges for this match. They include Melinda Pitts, Nita Wimberly, Barry Burns, Vicki Johnson, Carolyn Schrei, and Sandra Elliott is our scorekeeper. We met our competitors. It is time to turn it now to our quiz master, Steve Patterson, and find out who will be our 2A Quiz Bowl champion. Steve.
Well, thank you, Dawn, and congratulations to these two teams. There are many, many teams in the state who have competed in the 2A tournament, both at region and then again at state. And these are the two at the top of the mountain now. Haas Hall Bentonville and Lifeway Christian. Haas Hall, 4 years in a row now that they have been up here and seeking their state championship. And Lifeway, a new team for us, but both from Bentonville. And so we're very glad that they've come down from Northwest Arkansas to join us for the 2A State Championship. It is good to see y'all, and I believe, Henry, that you are the captain for Lifeway Christian.
Yes, sir.
And then over here we have Rayon, who is the captain for Haas Hall Bentonville. Yep. Now, if you boys would do one thing for me, because I cannot see or communicate with your coach. So if there's a challenge or there's a substitution, I'll be looking to the captains to tell me that. All right? All right, well, I think we're ready to start this 2A state championship, and let's do it with this toss-up question for both schools. Identify the Sinclair Lewis novel set in the fictional town of Zenith, which focuses on the title character, a real estate broker who enjoys all the modern conveniences of a prosperous middle-class businessman, yet he is dissatisfied with his life. Okay, the correct answer there is Babbitt. Babbitt. On what sculpted mountain in Georgia can be seen the largest bas relief in the world? All right, I believe that Holland, you buzzed in first.
Mount Oglethorpe?
No, let me finish for the other team. Depicting the faces of Robert E. Lee, Jefferson Davis, and Stonewall Jackson. All right, Emmanuel.
Stone Mountain.
Stone Mountain is what we were looking for. Congratulations. All right, question number 3. These particles, which are not only hard to see, but pretty much impossible to measure, are the basis of subatomic particles called hadrons. All right, we've already got a buzz in from Medanch.
Quarks.
Quarks is correct. Good job. This term is often mistakenly used to refer to people of wealth or status, yet it is of middle-class origins and meaning. Okay, Ethan.
Bourgeoisie.
Yes. He was called the Great Lord, the Lord of heaven and earth. Name this chief god of the ancient Babylonians. Okay, Paige.
Ereshkigal.
No. Lifeway. Okay, and that's Emmanuel.
Moloch.
No, it is Marduk. Marduk. What term in set theory refers to the set containing all elements that are common between two sets and only... Okay, Ethan.
Intersection.
That's correct. All right, our next question is number 7. This name was given to the group of gentlemen poets who supported King Charles I during the English Civil Wars during the mid-1600s. Name this group whose members included Thomas Carew. Rayon.
Cavaliers.
Say it for me one more, Rayon.
Cavaliers.
Yes. What longtime host of the show Jeopardy for 37? All right, Ethan.
Alex Trebek.
Yes. This membrane-bound organelle of eukaryotic cells is responsible for transporting, modifying, and packaging proteins and lipids for delivery to targeted destinations. All right, Rayon?
Endoplasmic reticulum.
No. Name the structure which appears as a stack of flattened sacs. All right, Henry.
Apparatus.
Henry, you're going to say it again.
The Golgi apparatus.
Yes. I heard the apparatus part, but I didn't hear the Golgi part. All right. He opposed Clarence Darrow as the prosecutor in the 1925 Scopes trial and died shortly after it ended. Name this Nebraska politician well known for his cross of gold. All right, Rayon.
William Jennings Bryan.
Yes. In experimental design, this occurs when two variables are associated in such a way that their effects on a response variable cannot be distinguished from each other. Identify this type of variable, which are not controlled for and which affect the results of the experiment. Medanch.
Independent.
No. I finished the question. Lifeway. All right, Kalel.
A dependent variable.
No, it's confounding. Confounding. All right, question 12. In this Tennyson poem, the writer says that he, quote, hopes to see his pilot face to face, unquote, when the tidal action comes to pass. Name this poem, which, at the author's request, appears at the conclusion of all of his poetic collections. Okay, Emmanuel?
Charge of the Light Brigade.
No. Bentonville? Okay, Medanch.
Ascension.
No, it is called Crossing the Bar. Crossing the Bar. All right, this man was born into slavery at Diamond, Missouri in 1864. His aptitude for drawing the natural world prompted a professor to suggest he study biology at Iowa State Agricultural College. All right, Rayon.
George Washington Carver.
Yes, you're absolutely right. All right, question 14. This Civil War general was known for his unusual style of facial hair, which included a bushy beard and a mustache. Madanch.
Burnside.
Yes. All right, we're going to do math computation. This is our first one in this game, and we'll put 20 seconds on the clock. And here's the question. Find the limit as x approaches 1 of the quantity x squared minus 1 divided by the quantity x minus 1. Okay, that's Madanch.
2.
Yes. The title hero of this novel, set during the Russian Revolution, is a poetry-writing young doctor whose mild interest in the coming revolution. Name this book for which, under tremendous pressure from the KGB, its author, Boris Pasternak. Madanch.
Dr. Zhivago.
That's correct. This gemstone was used as a talisman for protection both by warriors going into battle and to those who wanted to ward off pestilence and plague. Name this gem, whose name means dark red, and it is the January birthstone. Okay, Kalel?
Ruby.
No. Madanch?
Amethyst.
No, it is a garnet. A garnet. All right, which small African nation with its current capital at Bujumbura? All right, Rayon.
Burundi.
You're right. The ancient Greeks refined the architectural column to a high degree. Name 2 of the 3 styles. Holland.
Corinthian and Ionic.
Yes. Do you know the third?
Doric.
And Doric. That's right. All 3 correct. All right. Unfortunately, no extra points, though, for knowing Doric. All right. Question 20 is going to be a math computation. What geometric figure is described by the Cartesian plane by the equation x squared minus 6x plus y squared? Ethan.
A circle.
Yes. And that was the last question of round 1. All right, Ryan and Henry, do we have any challenges?
So we've got some subs.
Okay.
1 second.
What about you, Henry? Do you want to sub while we're fixing the score?
Jackson is being replaced with Austin.
All right, Austin.
And Kalel is being taken over by Nick.
It's hard to buzz.
Ah, Nick.
And we have Rahul coming in for a hall.
Okay, I believe we're disinfecting and getting our new players into place. Well, we're glad to welcome these new characters to the game. In this third round, in the second round, your team has a chance to win a 4-question bonus of 5 points each for those bonus questions. But first, you have to answer the toss-up correctly, okay? So we'll put our hands on our buzzers, and we'll get started with round 2. All right, Euripides, Sophocles, and Eugene O'Neill all wrote plays with her name. Henry?
Antigone.
No. With her name in their titles, name this popular mythical character. All right, Emmanuel? Oh, that was Paige? Paige.
Medea.
No, the correct answer was Electra. Electra. All right, here's another toss-up for both schools. His framework for scientific investigation included instructions to, quote, never accept anything as true until all reasons for doubt can be ruled out, unquote. Name this man in whose discourse on method this directive appeared. All right, Austin.
Descartes.
Austin, you're right. And you have earned your team, and Austin is one of our new players, right, from Lifeway Christian?
Yes.
Yes, okay. All right, we're going to give you the first bonus question, which deals with art. Art. All right, Henry, going to get all my answers from you. All right, answer these questions about the National Gallery of Art. In what city is the National Gallery located?
DC. Where? DC. Makes sense.
Washington, D.C.
That's correct. It contains a Matthew Brady photo of which Confederate general?
Lee. Lee. Yeah.
Robert E. Lee.
Yes. Its cornerstone was laid in 1836 by which U.S. president? Answer, please.
I feel like Polk.
Polk.
No. The gallery is part of what larger organization?
Smithsonian.
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 The Smithsonian.
Yes. And the one you didn't know was Andrew Jackson laid the cornerstone in 1836. All right, so there's our first bonus done. And let's see who can pick up this next one. Following 12 days of secret negotiations in September of 1978, this agreement was reached at its namesake location. All right, Ethan.
The Helsinki Accords.
No. This agreement was, let's see, name this historic event attended by President Jimmy Carter, for which Egyptian President Anwar Sadat and Israeli Prime Minister Menachem Begin shared the 1979 Nobel Peace Prize. Okay, that's Emmanuel.
Camp David.
More specific.
Camp Davis Accords.
Yes. Very nice. All right, you have earned your team a bonus. And this one is called Famous First of American Women. Identify the American women who were the first to do the following. The first elected to the U.S. Senate.
O'Connor.
O'Connor. What'd you say?
Answer, please.
Just Connor.
Sandra Day O'Connor.
Sandra Day O'Connor.
No. First elected governor of a state.
Alaska, Sarah.
Palin.
Palin.
No. First to serve on the U.S. Supreme Court.
O'Connor.
Yeah, that's Sandra Day O'Connor.
Sandra Day O'Connor.
Yes. And first to win the Nobel Peace Prize. Answer, please.
Marie Curie.
Marie Curie.
No, that one is Jane Addams. First elected to the U.S. Senate is Hattie Caraway, and first to be elected governor of a state was Nellie Taylor Ross. That's what you get for having an all-male team, I suppose. All right, let's go to the next toss-up question for both schools. Are you ready? It happens to be math computation. Calculate the first derivative of the natural logarithm of x squared. All right, Madench.
2 over x.
Say it again for me.
2 over x.
Yes. All right, good job. And you've earned a bonus for your team that is called European Capitals. European Capitals. All right. Identify the capitals of the following European nations. Bulgaria.
Sofia.
Yes. Croatia.
Zagreb.
Yes. Hungary.
Budapest.
Yes. And Iceland.
Reykjavik.
Yes. All four correct on that. Very nice. We have one left, and let's get a toss-up to see which team will get it. What character appears in the greatest number of Shakespearean plays, appearing in Henry IV as well as the Mary... All right, Ethan.
Falstaff.
Falstaff is correct. You've earned a bonus entitled Chemistry. Chemistry. Identify the following chemistry terms. Electrode at which reduction occurs.
Cathode.
Cathode.
Yes. Evenly mixed or the same throughout.
Homogeneous.
Yes. Solution of a metal in mercury. Answer, please.
Color.
No. And suspension that does not separate.
Colloid.
Yes. And the solution of a metal in mercury was an amalgam. All right, that's the end of round 2. Do we have any challenges on our bonus questions? Henry, nothing? Rayon? No? All right, then let me read the categories for our 60, it used to be 60 second, for our lightning round. And the first one is called Animal Phyla. Animal Phyla. Give the phylum for the following animals. Give either the formal or scientific name. For example, you could say Annelida or Annelid. Either one would be correct. World literature. When given 2 well-known works by Nobel Prize-winning authors, name the author. And finally, world currencies. Identify the basic monetary unit for the used by the following nations. You have 1 minute to decide.
All right, 2 rounds down, and now we've hit the lightning round. Tell us what we can expect from this round, Bill, as the students are making their decision.
Well, we said we didn't, or I didn't know these teams. I know them now, and they seem to be very comfortable in this environment, and they're performing very well. There is a significant difference in the score. However, the 60-second round can solve that. You can see them tighten up very quickly, and the areas that they've picked, the 3 that have been offered to them, there's 2 of those areas that I'm thinking both of these teams could probably do very, very well with those. I've been watching the faces of the contestants, and they're confident. The knowledge is there. So this game may flip very easily. We may see it getting very, very close.
They're doing such a great job, Bill. Thank you so much. And it looks like the students are getting ready to begin. We'll send things back to our quiz master, Steve.
Well, welcome back here to the studios at Arkansas PBS and to the University of Central Arkansas. And our time has run out for the teams to pick their category. So, Henry, I'm going to turn to you and ask you to give your category.
We've chosen world currencies.
World currencies for Lifeway Christians. All right, knowing that, Rayon, what have you picked for your category?
We're going to take World Lit.
World Lit for Haas Hall Bentonville. All right, we're going to sub in any way that we need to sub there. You ready?
Yes, sir. We've made a substitution.
Okay, who'd you sub?
Jackson is in for Nick.
Jackson is in for Nick. All right. Very good. Jackson, good to have you. All right, we remember we're not doing 60 seconds. We're doing 5 seconds per question rather than the 60-second round. So I'll give you that much time. Make sure you have an answer, please, by the end of the 5 seconds. All right, this says to identify the basic monetary unit used by the following nations. Henry, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Switzerland.
Crown.
Crown.
No. Argentina.
Peso.
Peso.
Yes. Denmark.
Crown.
Crown.
Yes. India.
Rupee.
Yes. Poland.
Euro.
Answer.
What?
Try euro.
Euro.
No. Russia.
Ruble.
Yes. Australia.
Dollar.
Dollar.
Yes. South Africa.
Dollar.
Dollar.
No. United Kingdom.
Pounds.
Pound.
Yes. Japan.
Yen.
Yes. All right. Good job. I got that you got 7 correct for a total of 70 points. Is that what y'all have? All right, and these don't bounce back, so let me give the answers to these. Switzerland, you should have said franc. Okay, and then on Poland, it's the zloty. And finally, South Africa is the rand. The rand. All right, now, Haas Hall, you chose world literature. So Rayon,
To Jack.
what?
I want to defer to Jack.
Okay, hi Jack. Good to have you. Jack, talk to me for a second so that I can know you're working.
Yeah. Hello.
Ah, very good. All right. Jack, I'm going to give you 2 well-known works by Nobel Prize-winning authors. You name the author.
Gotcha.
Y'all ready? Kim and the Jungle Book.
Kipling.
Yes. The Inheritors and Lord of the Flies.
Golding.
Yes. Dr. Zhivago and Last Summer.
Pass.
Being and Nothingness and No Exit.
Jean-Paul Sartre.
Yes. Man and Superman and Major Barbara.
Pass.
Pass. A House Divided and The Good Earth. Answer, please.
Pass.
The Myth of Sisyphus and The Stranger.
Highline.
No. The Tin Drum and Cat and Mouse. Answer, please.
Churchill.
No. Waiting for Godot and Endgame.
No, and Endgame.
Answer, please.
Verne.
No. And The Wasteland and The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Answer, please.
Lewis.
No, that one is T.S. Eliot. Dr. Zhivago was Boris Pasternak. Man and Superman and Major Barbara was George Bernard Shaw. The Good Earth and A House Divided is Pearl Buck. The Myth of Sisyphus and The Stranger is Albert Camus. And The Tin Drum and Cat and Mouse is Günter Grass. And Waiting for Godot and Endgame was Samuel Beckett. All right, so that's a total of 1, 2, 3. 3 correct on that. All right. Okay, so that's the end of that round. Do we have any challenges for that round? No? Everything's good? So that's the end of that round, and our score has tightened up a great deal. Haas Hall Bentonville has 215, and Lifeway Christian has 130. And there are still 200 points left to play in this game. So it's pretty exciting. We're going to make subs for Haas Hall. All right, who is this young man that's come into the game?
Harsha.
Harsha, it's good to have you. I believe everyone else is the same. Madanch is back, and we're keeping Jack. Oh, and over here on Lifeway Christian, is that Jackson?
Yes.
Jackson, good to have you. All right, well, we want to make sure everything's right and that we can hear everybody. Our teams are actually in another building because of our COVID guidelines here at Arkansas PBS. So sometimes it's kind of hard to know who's coming in and who isn't. All right, teams, are you ready now to go on to this final round of play? 200 points. 10 points for 20 questions. I wish you both well as you compete now for the title of 2A state champion. All right, here we go. Hands on our buzzers. This founder of the Persian Empire conquered the Medes and went on to conquer... All right, that's going to be Emmanuel.
Cyrus.
Cyrus, I need you to be... Cyrus. I need you to be more specific.
Cyrus the Great.
Yes. He's also Cyrus the Second as well. All right, math computation. Simplify this trigonometry expression into simplest terms. Sine x plus Okay. Henry.
2 sine x.
That's right. This story is told to men aboard the steamship Nellie, and one character's death is announced by the simple words, "He is dead." What Joseph Conrad novel does... Okay, Ethan.
Art of Darkness.
Yes. The movement of ions or molecules across a cell membrane in the direction opposite of diffusion requires the assistance of a carrier protein. What is this process called? All right, that's going to be Bentonville's Madanch.
Active transport.
You're right. England's lawmaking body is known as Parliament. Japan's is the Diet, and ours is known as Congress. All right, Madanch.
Legislative.
Say it again for me.
Legislative.
No. By what name is the lawmaking body of Russia known? And this is going to be Lifeway's Asa?
The Kremlin.
No, it is known as the Duma. Duma. This title means teacher whose wisdom is great as the ocean. All right. Ethan.
Guru.
No. Name this title given to the leader of an important spiritual line of Tibetan Buddhist monks called the Yellow Hat Order. All right, that's going to be Emmanuel from Lifeway.
Dalai Lama.
That's correct. All right. After you find the derivative of a function and find its value at a point of interest, excuse me, the value may be positive, negative, or zero. What does it tell you about the original function? All right, Henry from Lifeway.
The rate of change.
I need you to be more specific.
The instantaneous rate of change.
No. What does it tell you about the original function if the derivative has a negative value? All right, that's going to be Madanch.
Decreasing.
Decreasing is what we needed on that one. All right. Good job. In what H.G. Wells novel is a shipwrecked gentleman stranded on a Pacific island? All right, that's going to be Bentonville's Ethan.
The Island of Dr. Moreau.
You're right. What word refers to a positively charged particle consisting of 2 protons and 2 neutrons? The dominant person, Bentonville's Madanch.
An alpha particle.
Yes. This organization was established in 1865 to aid millions of former black slaves and poor whites in the South. All right, Bentonville's Rayon?
The Freedmen's Bureau.
Right. Math computation. All right, reduce the following algebraic expression to lowest terms. The quantity x squared minus x minus 6 divided by the All right, Henry?
X plus 2 divided by x plus 3.
Yes. All right. Identify the Lewis Carroll nonsense poem about a tidal dragon-like creature known... All right, that's going to be Lifeway's Henry.
Jabberwocky.
Yes. What Latin honor, meaning with highest praise, is typically awarded? All right, Bentonville's Ethan?
A triumph.
No. Is awarded to graduates at the top of their class. All right, that's Austin?
Summa cum laude.
That's correct. In higher animals, this is chiefly a defensive reaction against infection and invasion of the body by foreign substances. Name this process by which certain living cells ingest or engulf other cells or particles. All right, that's Lifeway's Henry.
Phagocytosis.
You're right, Henry. Question 45. President Ronald Reagan, citing the threat posed to American nationals in this Caribbean nation because of its Marxist regime, ordered the Marines to invade and secure their safety in 1983. Name this small Caribbean country with it. All right, Lifeway's Jackson.
Grenada.
Yes. What type of numbers are comprised? All right, Henry.
Complex numbers.
You're right. In Frank Baum's The Wonderful World of Oz, what color are Dorothy's slippers? Okay, that's Lifeway's Jackson.
Silver.
That's right. The movie made them red, didn't they? All right. What lobe of the human brain occupies the posterior portion of each cerebral hemisphere, concerned with the interpretation of visual sensory impulses? All right, that's Lifeway's Henry.
Cerebellum.
No. Haas Hall Bentonville, and that's Madench.
Parietal.
No, I needed occipital lobe. Occipital lobe. This German royal family was one of the principal royal European houses from the 15th to the 20th centuries. Name this royal family which wore the imperial crown of the Holy Roman Empire. That's Bentonville's Ethan.
The Habsburgs.
Yes. Math computation. For theta between 0 and pi radians. Okay, Bentonville's Madench.
Pi over 2.
That's correct. And that was the last question of the game. All right, do we have any challenges that the teams would like to make?
This close.
All right, they're going to make a challenge, and so we'll allow them to fill out their paperwork and then come back to you. Welcome back to our state championship for 2A for 2021. We had a challenge from Haas Hall Bentonville about the timing of the question and the interruption that occurred during a math question that was being read. And so the judges have decided to throw that question out and put in a different math question. And so we're going to take 10 points from Lifeway Christian. They might get them back here in just a moment. But right now that's what we're doing. And let me read this math computation question for both schools so that we can end this game, all right? Are you all ready? All right, here's the question. Add 1 to the base 2 number 10111 and express the answer in base 2. All right, that's going to be Henry.
Oh. 101. I can't start over, can I?
No.
101111.
No. All right, Ethan.
11000.
That's correct. All right, very good. So I believe that that challenge is over, and I believe that that game is over. And here at the end of the 2A state championship, we have 305 to 220. Lifeway Christian will be our 2A state runner-up. And Haas Hall Bentonville, you've achieved that goal of being the state champion in 2A. Congratulations. Now we're going to throw everything back to Dawn.
All right, what a match. Congratulations to Haas Hall Bentonville, and also a big shout out there to Lifeway Christian. That match was intense. Boy, did Lifeway Christian come back there for a minute.
They did. At the end of the game, they were answering nearly 2 out of every 3 questions, sometimes 3 out of 4. Both of these teams represented their schools very, very well. I will not be surprised at all if they don't come back. Had a little drama at the end, but both these teams are very solid, very well coached, and I'd look for them to come back to AETN maybe next year.
Well, congratulations to all of the students who participated. Let's go back to the University of Central Arkansas for the awards presentation there. We're going to send things over to Carolyn.
Okay, thanks, Don. And here are the all-tournament players from 2A, which includes all the games played at the state level. Here we go. We have Nathan Carpenter from Cedar Ridge, Riley House from Bigelow, Caleb Mallett from St. Joseph in Conway, Madanch Sankari from Haas Hall Bentonville, Ethan Bailey from Haas Hall Bentonville, Carl McBee from Flippin, Ethan Stanton of Magazine, Katie Bowman from Conway Christian, Jacob Carter of Quitman, Henry Ross of Lifeway Christian, Ashley Mallett of St. Joseph Conway, Rayan Sharif of Haas Hall Bentonville, Eli Teeter from Buffalo Island, Stinson Batisto, Parker's Chapel, Evan Johnson of Quitman, Lane Harper from Hazen, Carter Jones of White County Central, Seth Cook of Tuckerman, Drew Cochran from Conway Christian, Cade Howard from Flippin, Anthony McKellips of White County Central, Wyatt Treadway of Cedar Ridge, Parker Carroll, East Poinsett County, and Paige Fithen of East Poinsett County. And we have actually this time, for the first of any so far, a High Point player. That is a player on one of the teams that did not make it to the finals, but whose player in their overall average exceeded that of the MVP. And that would be Abby Wagster of Tuckerman. Our MVP today, right here, is Emmanuel Peter of Lifeway Christian. Congratulations. Come on up. And for you, Emmanuel, we have got a trophy and a medal, and you will also be getting a check for that performance today for $250. Congratulations. All right. Now, we want to present the trophies for today's tournament. For the 2A second place team, Lifeway Christian. Coach, would you care to come up and get their trophy? Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Okay. Very good, and we appreciate you. Now, let's get the trophy to go to our first place team, which is Haas Hall Bentonville. Come on up. There, good job today. Y'all did a great job, a well-played game, and congratulations to both of you. Now we will turn it back to Dawn.
Congratulations again to Haas Hall Bentonville. There's a lot more action to come with Arkansas Governors Quiz Bowl Association state championships, so stay right here with us. Up next is the 7A state championship featuring the high schools from Fort Smith Southside and Bryant. We'll see you soon.